It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Cardinals and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield off the play fake.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go play action. Mayfield. It's complete. He's got room. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Minshew, 1st and 10.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Minshew.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, that's Smith, a nice catch.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. This is caught.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Minshew. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Shoves him away. Pushes by another. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A run for Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Runs over it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Handoff comes to Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. This is Smith with the ground. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Pushes him over. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. Bulldozes past him.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Chubb gets around him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
172 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now Chubb powers through him. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run. Chubb. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A nice little juke. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Minshew's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a second down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's got it.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Sanders.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Sanders again.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden.
And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Minshew sets to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He gets this one to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It'll be Minshew again. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go with Chubb on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave.